Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Coach Up Academy, and today we are going to learn about sex determination. Before starting the topic, we just talked about some basic concepts which we all know very well. Now, what the basic concept is that in human beings there are the 23 pair of the chromosomes. 23 pair of chromosomes, that is overall we can say 46 chromosomes. Now, out of this 46 chromosomes, 44 chromosomes are called as autosome, whereas the rest two are called as allosome, or we call them as a sex chromosome also. That means why we call them as a sex chromosome or allosome? Because they are responsible for the determination of the sex of an individual. Therefore, they are the sex chromosome. For example, these are XX in case of female, whereas it is XY in case of male. So this is the very basic concept which we all know very well, that is the XX represents the female, whereas the XY represented the male in general. Okay, there are the exceptions are there, that is the another alphabets which we use for the elaboration. Now we come into the topic. So what is sex determination? So the establishment of sex in an individual during zygote formation is called sex determination. With zygote formation के टाइम पे whatever the sex has been determined or established होगा, that is only called as the sex determination. The whole concept of the sex determination or the XY concept has been very first given by the Hanking in the year 1891. Just remember the name, that who gave the concept. The Hanking gave the concept. What he did, the Hanking ने बहुत सारे experiments किए. He experimented on so many insects. जब वो insects पे experiments कर रहे थे, तो during that particular experiment he studied the spermatogenesis in some of the insects, or we can say the gametogenesis. उन्होंने gametogenesis की process और we can say कि spermatogenesis की process की study करी. So when he studied the process, so he just traced some specific nuclear structure. He traced some specific nuclear structure during spermatogenesis in few insects. अब इनको ये स्ट्रक्चर तो मिल गए, उन्होंने वो ट्रेस भी कर लिए, बट ही ऑब्जर्व दैट ड्यूरिंग spermatogenesis 50% of the sperms receive this structure, whereas the 50% sperm did not receive this structure. So we just write that 50% sperms received this structure, whereas the 50% did not receive. To that time, Hanking called them as a X body. During that time, Hanking called them as a X body, although he did not elaborate its significance. वो उसका significance नहीं बता पाए थे, but he called them as a X body. फिर later on बहुत सारे researchers आए, उन्होंने study करी, experiment करे, so he elaborated and they called them it as a X chromosome. So right now, we know very well that X chromosome, Y chromosome, but during the time of the Hanking, at that time, this was called as the X body. So this was done on the basis of these chromosomes. The production of these, they are the two basic terminology on which we are classifying the parents. That the parents are of two types: either they are homogametic or they are heterogametic. Homogametic, by the name itself, homo, that is same. So these are those parents which are producing the same type of gametes. The most common in case of XX, they are producing only one type of gamete, that is X only. So therefore they are called as homogametic parents. Whereas the another one is heterogametic parents. Heterogametic parents are those which are producing, hetero means different. So ultimately they are producing the different type of gametes. That is the in case of XY, as they are producing two gametes, X and Y. So there are the two terminology, homogametic and heterogametic. Homogametic are those organisms which are producing same type of gametes, as well as the another is heterogametic. Heterogametic are those parents which are producing the different type of gametes. On the basis of this homogametic and heterogametic, the parents, or we can say that the different various types of the sex determination mechanisms are there, which we just go through furthermore. So the very first type is that male heterogametic. male heterogamety, by the word itself, male heterogamety, that means in this case, male are showing the heterogamety. That is, male are producing the two different type of gametes, whereas the females are showing the homogametic conditions. Another one is female heterogamety. By the word itself, again it is clear to us that in this case, female are showing the heterogamety and they are producing the two different type of gametes, whereas in this case, male are showing the homogamety and they are producing the single type of gamete. Let's just go through with the example. So the very first type is XXXY. So this XXX and XY is most common in case of mammals including human. We all very well know that in humans that the XXXY type of sex determination is there. So how they are responsible for the determination of the sex? Now we just go through that. The XXXY, they are crossed with one another. So when we talk about for their gametes, as they are the homogametic, ultimately they are producing only, although they produce two gametes, but both the gametes are same, that is X only. So that is, we are considering only one gamete. But in case of the male, as they are heterogametic, so they are producing two type of gametes, X and Y. So now depends, the egg is only one. So whether this egg fuse with the X sperm, the resultant will be XX and the organism will be female. Whereas if the same egg, if this egg fuses with the Y sperm, then the resultant will be XY and the organism will be male. So here, this X is quite common. This X is common in both the cases. But what is different over here? This the X sperm and the Y sperm. And this Y sperm comes from the parent. That is the male parent. So here the male parent is only responsible for the determination of the sex, or we can say the male parent or the male heterogamety is only responsible for determining the fate of the next generation. By next generation का fate क्या होगा, whether it should be male or female, it only determined by the male, not from the female. So this is just the crossing. For this, we are just talking about their examples. So, the most common example is mammals, including humans. And the another one example is Drosophila, which we studied very well. So the Drosophila and the humans are showing the XXXY type of the sex determination. This is quite important from examination point of view. Number of times the question can be framed. Please remember, they just simply ask that humans are showing which type of sex determination. They are showing XXXY type of sex determination. Whereas in case of Drosophila as well, that Drosophila shows which type of sex determination? Drosophila shows the XXXY type of sex determination. Another one example if we talk about, so the another one is XXXO type. Another type in which the male is showing the heterogamety is XXXO. The XX again shown by the female itself, whereas this XO shows by the male heterogamety, where the male contains only one X chromosome. The male contains only one X chromosome as explained by the Hanking. Hanking experiments किए थे insects पे, तो the common example for this is insects only. And the most common is grasshopper. I hope you are very well aware about, very well known the grasshopper. So grasshopper, in grasshopper or that is insects, there in the male only have only one X chromosome. There is a difference in the number of chromosomes in case of the male and the female. The female is having the pair of X chromosome, whereas male having only one X chromosome. So on that basis, this is the very common or very important example. The grasshopper, please remember that the grasshopper shows which type of the sex determination? Grasshopper shows the XXXO type of sex determination. Another one we can go through with that, in which case the females are showing the heterogamety. When the females are showing the heterogamety, so there, for better understanding or for overcome these confusions, we are using the alphabets Z, 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 W. Here, this ZZ has been shown by the male, that is the male are showing the homogametic conditions, whereas the female are showing the heterogametic conditions, and this we are representing with the alphabets ZW. So, this has been done, expressed by the females. So, in this case, the female are responsible for the fact of the next generation, that whether the particular individual will be male or female. That is, if you go through with that, so the gametes to Z only, one type of gametes, as they are the homogametic. So here itself Z and W. If the Z sperm fuses the Z ovum, then the resultant will be ZZ and the organism will be male. Whereas the Z sperm fuses the W ovum, then the resultant will be ZW and the organism will be female. So here, in this case, come on to this. In this case, which sperm, in case of the male, that which sperm fuses the egg determines the fate of the sex of the next progeny. Whereas in case of the ovum decides the fate of the progeny, that which egg or which ovum has been fertilized by the sperm. So just we can recall that what is sex determination? So the establishment of sex in an individual during zygote formation is called sex determination. This the whole concept was given by the Hanking in the year 1891. What he did, or he observed, he traces some specific nuclear structure in few insects during spermatogenesis. He observed that 50% of the sperms received that structure and 50% of the sperms did not receive. He called them that time as a X body. फिर later on बहुत सारे researchers आए तो उन्होंने जब study करी so they called it as a X chromosome. And the two specific terminology, important terminologies are there, quite important from examination point of view. So we have to learn this homogametic and heterogametic. On that basis, we just define the male heterogamety, where the male are showing the heterogametic conditions, where the another one is female heterogamety, where female are showing the heterogametic. Here, the examples are most important because on these examples only the question has been asked by the board. That the Drosophila shows which type of sex determination. Drosophila shows XX, XY type. Males or the humans we know very well that they are showing the XX, XY type of sex determination. In case of the grasshopper shows the XX, XO type of the sex determination. Please make sure that this should be the important. In both the cases, male are the heterogametic. Whereas in case there, the most common example for this is birds. In this case, the birds are the very most important example that the birds are showing the ZZZW type of the sex determination. So make sure the birds, grasshopper, Drosophila and humans, remember the example and just their sex determination. So I hope कि आपको ये lecture पसंद आया होगा and do hit like button for the and stay tuned for the upcoming video. Thank you.